accounts people, just a couple of minutes on discounts. The three types that matter at level 2, trade, bulk and prompt payment discounts. So the two types that are shown on the invoice are trade discounts, those are given to people who are going to sell the goods on, and bulk discounts for people who buy large quantities off us. They're deducted before the invoices are totaled and the breakdown is shown on the invoice. So you will see items, a discount, trade or bulk, the net, VAT, add to the total. And we'll post these off into our ledgers. We'll post the net into sales, so credit sales, credit VAT, of course, because it belongs to the sales, and then the total will either be debited into the bank if the customer's paid us, or debit the sales ledger control account if it's a credit sale. So those don't cause too many problems, just a definition occasionally. What does cause more problems is the prompt payment discounts. Part of this is because the way we've dealt with them has changed over the last 5 years. The VAT rules changed in 2014. And what actually happens is we allow these discounts to our trade credit customers. That's our discounts allowed. That's an expense because it costs us to let somebody off part of the bill. Or we receive them or get them from our credit suppliers. Those are discounts received. They're classified as income. They're not simply a reduction in the purchase price. So they're recorded in their own daybooks. We've got some coming up. The discounts applied into the accounts will actually create a credit note on our system, and it will be set off against the receivables or payables or entered into the sales ledger control account or the purchase ledger control account. We can actually also apply these retrospectively. If a customer forgets to take it at the point of payment, it's a very nice surprise for them. Then again, you might just hope they forget and never notice. The actual amount to be paid if the discount taken is not usually shown on the invoice. The presence of the amount, a lower amount, will cause customers to take them when they're not entitled to. So let's have a look at some and fill them in. So we have our catering company, which is why the VAT isn't all straightforward 20%. And we've got a number of customers who have paid us quickly, therefore they're going to be given or have already taken discounts. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to total them up first. And that's important because it's the totals that get posted like any book of prime entry. So we're going to post these discounts allowed. Well, not surprisingly, discounts allowed. That will be the net, and that will be the debit. Already mentioned that's an expense. So VAT goes with the discount allowed, and then into our sales ledger control account the total. And of course that will now balance debits and credits. No other postings needed. Into our sales ledger, the individual customers. So Wendy, Shella, Tracy, Liz, Jackie. And all we'll show in the sales ledger is the totals. And just like the sales ledger control account, in the individual customers accounts there will be credit entries. The same way around as the control account. So that's how discounts allowed. It costs us to let somebody off. It's money we're not going to get, therefore it's an expense. And the alternative is a discount received. So this is where we pay somebody quickly and therefore it's a winning situation, which is why I've used the names of a very famous winning team. So again, I've totaled it up because it's the totals we'll post. So discounts received, still be VAT, and now it will be the payables because this is being received from our suppliers, and it's going to reduce the amount that we owe our suppliers. We paid them from the cash book, and we've taken a discount. So let's have a look. That will be 2045, the net. That, and payables. There we are. So our purchase ledger is just our suppliers. And it will be the totals. And just like the control account, debits, and that's our postings from our discounts received daybook. What used to be a third column in a cash book no longer exists because of the changes, and if you hear anybody talking about calculating the VAT as if people are going to take the discount, that's old hat. That's what we used to do before the rules on VAT, and we now need to put post entries into our VAT account when this happens.